When we turn on our tap, we may not give much thought to where our water comes from, but a complex and diverse system brings that H2O into our homes, as Water Control and Improvement District Number 2 General Manager Owen Matherne explains.
In the district, we have two types of water. We have groundwater, which we pull from the aquifer beneath the earth, and also surface water recently. And we get the surface water from our source is the Breazeale River water, which is pumped into the Gulf Coast Water Authority Canal and then into our surface water treatment plant. Those are the two types of water that we have in the district today. Right now, you're at one of our larger groundwater plants. This is the Levon water plant. This water plant pumps approximately 2 million or 2.6 million gallons per day of groundwater. You're in the control room of this water plant. We drill down into the aquifer. This well depth is about 1,872 feet deep. The pump setting of this well is probably about 576 feet deep. And we pump the water from the aquifer up through the well into, and you'll see the groundwater storage tanks. Into the groundwater storage tanks, we add chlorine, we add chloramines for disinfection. From the groundwater storage tanks, through booster pumps, we then pump it into our water distribution system. To meet the district's ultimate water demand through 2050 and beyond, we would have to drill additional 18 water wells. And the district has 4 water well sites today, water plants, and 6 wells. And you can see by the towers and the ground storage tanks where these water plants are located. Imagine 18 additional wells and plants to meet that ultimate demand for water supply. Surface water brings additional capacity to the mix, but also we were required by the Fort Bend County Subsidence District and most water authorities and water purveyors in Fort Bend County to convert to surface water by 2013. A partial conversion of 30% is the first conversion in the Subsidence District, and that's required by 2013, and the district has met that deadline. We came online 2011.
WC&ID Number 2 was able to accomplish this goal because of advanced planning almost 2 decades ago.
The site we're on now is surface water treatment plant location. It's an 80-acre site. It was purchased in 1993. 70 acres we owned it prior, 10 acres had acquired previously, and then in 1993 we acquired the remaining 70 acres for $315,000. This site was selected proximity to the canal. We don't have to run any pipe at all. We just connected the canal into the forebay, and we save that cost of having to run any type of cost for water main. The construction started on this site in August of 2009, and that was for a 3 MGD surface water treatment plant. It consists of the membrane building, the office facility, also the sedimentation basin, and the final tank and GAC for treating the finished product, finished water.
District Engineer Matt Breazeale gives us an introduction into the first phase of surface water treatment.
We get our water from the Gulf Coast Water Authority Canal. Out of the canal, it gravity feeds into our forebay, which is 33 to 45 million gallon pond. We pull the water out of the pond with our low lift pumps, and then we add a chemical coagulant to it, and what it does is it gives charges the dirt particles in the water and has them stick to each other. As those go through flocculation, those charged particles hit each other and to get bigger and bigger and build what we call a flock. Once it hits the basin behind me, which is the sedimentation basin, those heavy flock particles fall down to the bottom of the basin, where we pull them out with a sludge collector, and the clean water is on top, and the water goes into the troughs behind me and into the filter room for additional treatment.
In our next installment, we'll learn how the newly filtered water is prepared for residential and business use, and how WC&ID Number 2 works to ensure the safety of Stafford's water supply. For SWN, I'm Stacee Hawkins.